We back?
Yeah, we're live.
Are we back? All right. Good deal. I told you it wouldn't be very long. Everybody was screaming at me on my phone. The show's down! Hang on. Let me refresh here because I'm not seeing this live.
Hold on. It's coming. Oh, you have to go to a new channel. I'm updating the link right now. Hold on. But if you go straight to YouTube, then you can find it. So, no one's watching. Tell them well, let's take a minute. Everyone, hi.
They're going to watch this on tape.
Right? This is what I got to put up with, everybody.
Oh, I was hungry.
I'm hungry, too.
You looked hungry. I'm picking my nose.
Where's Linda? Where's her food?
Yeah.
Where's my lasagna?
Just put the show on. There's Thunderfuck.
It's on now.
You're looking at me, not even looking at it.
Dude, hold on. YouTube is streaming. So if somebody goes to YouTube right now and looks up Turn5.Live,
nobody's doing that. There was 3 people on when we hung up. I love you.
Publish
We got a lot to talk about, dude.
We are talking about a lot. We're having fun. All right, so that's there. So go to.
You know what the crazy thing is? I can hear DJ now.
Right?
I'm serious. I can hear you better. Talk. That's a lot better. We got to work through these issues.
All right, hold on. Turn on. All right, so we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. Hey, we're good now. See, look, people are watching. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Site is live, and site is live. Okay, you kids keep talking here. I'm gonna go try to silence the dogs because we're going nuts.
Are we back live?
We've been live for like 5 minutes.
Nice. I just don't see it yet.
Dude. We already have people commenting on the live.
If you're live, we're not live. There we go. Now I got a button.
Yeah, you guys are.
I got a button now. All right.
Yep.
Fantastic. We're back live. Evidently, my computer isn't back live. So we had a little bit of a power spike. The lights flickered here a little bit. I think it was...
Computer crashed.
Yeah, and the computer went, fuck you, and just said, I'm not on anymore. And away we went. So I apologize for that. Thanks, Chase, for staying online. Jeremy, good go. I apologize. Neil, so let's talk about, we talked about this, the past for you and where you were and your service to the country and racing and so forth. And we also talked about this year. What's the future? I mean, you talked a little bit about getting some new cars and some things. We got 4 more races to finish out this year. The guy ahead of you in points is up there a bit, but a lot of things have changed in the old Redbone camp.
A lot of things have changed. The problem is he's going to be in a damn good race car still anyway.
Yes, and they don't make mistakes much.
So me, Uncle Dave, Jeremiah, we all worked on the race car today, kind of getting geared up and ready to go. I've been having, we don't know what it is, but for the first 5 laps of the initial start, the car bobbles, stutters, falls on its face, and then it clears up, goes away, and the car runs away. Then we get a caution, and it does it again for the first 2 laps. So we're trying to get that issue fixed, but we know that if we got any chance to try to catch Eric and get the championship, steal it from him, we've got to be on our AAA game, and Eric's got to have a little bit of bad luck or some outside of the top 5, 6 finishes. Otherwise, I don't think we can catch him, but we're going to try our damnedest to do it.
And he expects you to. And I know that those guys are working on their stuff.
Oh, they are working hard right now.
Absolutely, they are.
Yeah.
And that they've never changed.
No, they're top-notch guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all good, great people.
Oh, I love them.
They've been a credit to our series.
They've helped us a ton with, lose a carburetor. Here, they're the first ones to grab me a carburetor.
Yeah.
Spit a distributor, try this, but them guys are top-notch.
Yeah, and we're lucky to have them.
Absolutely.
Behind you in points, who's third? That'd be Aubrey. Boy, gosh, you would think I'd know.
Man,
but my wife does all the points, so I forgive me.
Well, we haven't seen points since after Hermiston. But I would imagine, I know for
I'll post them tonight.
Yeah, come on now.
I'll post them tonight.
I know for a little bit it was Grandjean there. He was, and then
it might be Gomez. But Gomez didn't make.
No, you know what, Gomez. Well, Aubrey missed a couple races. I know that Gomez was there, and I think we've got him by my calculations, probably 140 points on Gomez.
It's a night.
Or Aubrey. I know that it was kind of close between Aubrey and Gomez now. But
right on.
Another great guy. My God.
Yeah,
our whole field is full of great people.
We're not losing that. We're not going to add people that would take it away from it either. That's something that I know that I have the support of all my teams with. That we're not going to change. You're not going to add anybody that would make that worse. And something's got to be said. We're just going to leave it at that. But we're not going to change the dynamic for a couple more cars.
The camaraderie we have
right now
is the best we've ever had.
Yep. Maybe the first year for a bit.
Yeah.
And then it got weird.
I tell you, I miss Ricky Falble though.
Oh.
If Ricky or Marilyn or Harry is watching, go get that damn modified back and bring that thing out.
Absolutely. The best people on the planet.
Man, I miss those guys.
We're very lucky to have them in the series. And so looking forward down to 2019. I know that you and Kyle have ordered a couple new chassis, right?
That is correct. Yep. We should.
From Steve Teets at STR.
Yeah, we should have them. I don't know. That guy is so busy, but we were projected to have them around September and then spend all winter putting them together.
Right on. So you got a lot of components. So the current 24 modified, the Joker. I didn't say that out loud. The Joker. I didn't say that. I said it twice.
The Joker.
Could be for sale. We've had the Riddler before in a race car.
Was that Craig Panicky back in the day with Riddler?
No, that was the guy who was super modified.
Yeah.
You remember Craig Panicky? He's out of California. It was Marty freaking Myron back at fuck.
Yeah.
The super modified guy. Last few years of the super modified center. It wasn't Rod Panicky. That was a great ghost.
Marty White.
Yeah.
No, not
Marty White.
No. Marty McKeefrey. Martin McKeefrey.
Yeah.
Out of Fresno, California.
Yep.
Sorry, DJ. I put the phone down. Nobody could hear you. Martin was getting tired.
But so me and Kyle are really excited to put these new cars together and
I know. Well, you should be.
Yeah, it's going to be the best equipment me and Kyle has ever been in our entire racing careers, and we're hoping they'll be up towards the top of the board.
Good deal. And we're going to have some places to race and stuff and have some fun. And, and we'll make it better.
And hopefully, I can jump in the late model a few times next year too.
Talking about Rocky Mountain Raceways a little bit. Last night they did have the Wing Sprint show, and it was a really good show from what I understand. Our good friend Ryan Burdett, who won the second night of King of the Wing here last year.
Yeah.
Just took off and left him and manned up and outdrove Brian there at the end.
Oh, wow.
They heard a motor in practice. They heard their 410. They stuck their 360 in, Old Reliable, went out there and won the main event down at Rocky Mountain Raceways. Our good buddy Austin Lutmer is driving their backup machine. Back together, and Austin is a great guy and a good friend to everybody, so good to see him getting back in.
And they have a super nice modified.
Yes
Beautiful modified.
Yes, they all do down there, and it's nice to see those guys have some fun, and Austin having some fun. He's had a bad year with his dad passing and stuff, and we miss Johnny, but Austin's having some fun running with his buddy Ryan Burdett, and having a good time there. So Rocky Mountain Raceway is doing well. Everybody's taking care of one another down there too, and it seems like they have great car counts and things. I don't know. What do you want to talk about this week? It's 8:00. Our guest interview is kind of done. Don't leave. You're fine where you're at. But Donovan wanted to have some controversy this week somehow and get me pissy.
We're doing a fine job. I think the whole Kyle Busch thing has been fun.
Did you guys hear about the double-decker race last night?
No, I heard that there was another L word
who piloted one of the vehicles. Although I have not heard if he was a topper or bottomer.
So Kyle and Chad jumped in a double decker last night, and it was one of the most fun races I have ever watched in my entire life because Kyle was on top steering, Chad was down on the bottom
Chad's
using
crazy, man. That's the wrong way to go.
gas and brake.
I would not have gone that direction.
Well, you got to remember, last time Chad was at Twin Falls, he backed it into the fence in turn 3
How
like
many times?
like
6 times.
17 times or something like that.
He was trying to mount the wall from the back.
He was just testing its durability. Yeah, he was.
Now I'm back.
He was just testing. He was testing the durability of that wall, and but no, they
testing the rear bumper on his car too.
I mean, you had Jeff Hillick in a car. I mean, all these guys were in these cars, and Kyle not being able to control the gas and the brake. He was up there stomping on the roof, trying to tell Chad to go, slapping the roof and yelling and screaming. And the funniest thing was Kyle and Chad actually ended up winning. And it was 3 wide twice with double deckers in 3 and 4 at Magic Valley Speedway, the first double decker race I've ever watched. And I don't know why.
You've never watched them?
We've always been busy and
getting ready to race. Impact,
Yeah, they are
that
awesome.
Yeah.
That and the vans.
Yeah.
You gotta love the van race.
The series he's in, they have that stupid rule where you got to pre-weigh and do all that shit.
Yeah,
Rules.
man, I tell you what.
Be like Meridian, just not even bother teching.
Oh, I did say that.
Does a double take. But it was fun. Them guys got out of them cars.
Riley's all 6 car wide.
Yeah, 6 car wide. You could hear Kyle from across the pits just laughing and screaming and
Nice.
man, just you got to know the relationship between Chad and Kyle.
Yeah.
Like they are best of friends, but at the same time,
kick each other's ass all day.
all day long. That's why they
Absolutely.
share an office and I got my own. I can't deal with them.
WWE right there, MMA, something. That would be fun.
Oh
It'd be
man,
fun to
it
see.
was a blast.
So down at Rocky, do you have any results from Rocky Mountain, DJ?
Unfortunately, I don't. But I think we were in the middle of doing Magic Valley Speedway results
All right, keep going.
when we broke off. So the Legends were in action last night as well at Magic Valley Speedway, and Trevor tries his best to get as many cars as he can when he goes to Magic Valley. Unfortunately, he also was down a little bit on the car count, but Trevor Christiani did take the win last night. Donovan Barr finished second, and Zach Telford.
Zachary.
Yep.
He's got Zachary disease. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yep. So Project Filter Street Stocks also in action, and Danny Gilliam, I think by my calculation, he picked up his 6th win of the year in your Street Stocks. Nick Coates and Brendan Adams ran out your top 3.
Nice.
And Sherry's Cafe Hornets, Ike Miller took the win. Justice Coates and Shelby Dalton
Nice.
ran out your top 3.
I know.
So that sounds like a pretty decent night there at Magic Valley.
Yeah. And Eddie told me they had a good car. They had a good crowd. And everybody was pretty happy and said everything went without incident. So that's really good. And it's good to see Magic Valley having a good showing and a good night like that. Upcoming. Now let's look forward. While I talk about what's going on at Meridian next week, DJ, maybe you can look up the schedules for the other series. Next week, Meridian Speedway has, of course, Eve of Destruction. I think it's Eve of Destruction 13 or something like that. Adam would know. And the Royal Purple Modified Series is on tap as the feature oval track class. Of course, we'll pretend that all those folks in the stands are there to see us and not stuff blow up, but we know better.
As long as they're there.
Yeah, it's our first TV show for I-10. They're going to be out there in full force doing what they do. And we're going to have essentially a simulated TV show produced. The guys are fired up for it. Val and John are just fired up, ready to go, and everybody's fired up. Levi and the whole teams. I'm really looking forward to our showing next week because we have a bunch of new cars to the series coming. A bunch of new cars to the series. And I love bringing cars to Meridian that the folks there haven't seen. And they're like, oh, it's just the same. No, wait a minute. These are all different cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's most of our guys like Neil and Chad and Chris Fenton and so forth will be their return visit with the Royal Purple Mods. But we're getting Kip Lish and Brendan Watt from the Hunsaker Racing Stables over in Pocatello.
That'll be fun.
Mike Fulmer.
Mike Fulmer just got a hold of me this morning, and I heard about it from Kyle last on Friday. But Mike Fulmer will be there from Pocatello.
The skewing age of the World Purple Modified Series is going to dip so freaking low this race.
The Zygote himself.
Average, what do they call it? The mean.
Yes.
Of,
we've been waiting for this for 2 years.
Dude,
Ladies and gentlemen,
excited.
Zachary Telford with their STR car sitting there ready to go. He's been out running and practicing this car for a better part of a year, and in the 13.9s, 13.8s with this car. The little kid, he's a little guy, but he can drive a car, and he's got lots of coaching behind him and so forth. We'll see how he does in practice and so forth, and see where we're going to spot him in heat races and the mains and stuff. But great family, great people behind him. The kid just is a nice kid, and he's looking forward to this modified very, very much.
And one hell of a race car driver.
The future's very bright. He's been running late models in Madera, California, Greenford Pickens Speedway in South Carolina, all over the place, and with the junior late models. So he's driven stuff with similar size. Horsepower to tire ratio in traffic is going to be what his real test is. And I know that he's got great coaching with Danny Christiani, his dad, James Telford. All of us love the kid and wanted to help him out. I almost wore my Telford shirt. I couldn't find it today, and I was going to wear it tonight for the show. But no, we're excited for him. He won't get any favorable treatment. He'll be treated like any other rookie. But that's what they want. They're not looking for favors or anything, but that's a big add to the series. There's somebody else new that's coming. It's slipping my mind.
Well, both the Hunsaker drivers are young.
Brian Wharf.
There we go. Thank you.
How do you forget that? How do you forget that name? Brian Wharf.
Well, I knew that, and also Bo Hole is coming as well. So
that's what I heard.
Right.
That's what I heard.
Has been working on the car, getting it ready for this week. They had a weekend off here, so they're getting ready for our show and making their debut. Possibly Jonathan Hull as well.
Oh,
why not?
Why not?
Right.
Bring it out.
They're just trying to get that new car. You know, they lost that car, and they've been working on this new chassis, trying to get it right. And Big Larry told me if they could get it right, that they'd be there. But Bull Hole's car is ready to go. His car owner was excited about bringing it out and having it. And
shake and bake.
I know that Moyne told me Friday when I spoke with him that they'd already tested about 4 hours on the 970s, and they're ready to go with the 70 car. So
good.
Anytime Brian Wharf gets in a race car, he's a threat to win anything, any place he could go. I am my favorite race car driver right now in the world is Brian Wharf, and has been for a long time.
That guy can drive a shoebox to a win.
Somebody posted up somebody about rooting for a red wagon.
Red wagon.
I'll still put money on him.
Yeah, watching him run Donovan and I sat and watched him run a 25-lap sprint car race. We had to start in the back and run down Matt Elliott here a week ago. And we were on the edge of our seat. There was, flying out there. He had to work his butt off to get up there and get him. And he go down to talk to the pits afterwards, and Brian's like, "Hey, man, you want a Coke or something?" He's just so laid back. I love him.
And I'm over there fanboying. I'm like, oh my God.
He's like, "Dude, you're grilling. Just a sprint car race. I won 1,000 of them." I'm like, "No, dude, that was some great passing. Those are four. There were 6 really fast sprint cars." So I'm excited. This next month, Meridian's going to be kicking.
Oh my! The end of August through the end of September, best racing at Meridian.
Yep.
Every year.
Then I celebrate by going to Europe for a week and 2 weeks.
Jealous.
Well, we're gonna have to do the show without you, just me and DJ.
All right. I'll call in from France.
Right?
Bonjour!
Parlez-vous français?
Peppy la bitch.
It's a whole different escargot.
Yeah. This is America. That just happened.
Oh, man.
It's on.
We're getting customer results from RMR. If you guys want to
do it,
RMR results,
do it. Of course we do.
Run them down.
Yeah. So Junior Stingers ran last night at RMR. They kind of run a different track as well.
Yep.
There. It's all in the front straightaway kind of thing. It's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, Taya Parker took the win. Jonathan Murdoch and Blaine Roberts. That's your top 3 in your Junior Stingers. Then the limited sprints were running as well last night. And this is my computer. Steve Dorsa took the win. Don Massey and Craig Bolter was your top 3.
Nice.
Midgets. Boy, lots of open wheel stuff last night. I like it. midgets were running last night.
Rico.
Chuck Grote, Anthony Quintana, and Kyle Diff. Your top three.
That's Kylie Eath.
I'm sorry.
That's Mark Eath's daughter. You got to be careful. It's not Kyle. Gosh, she's a neat kid, and she has a great future. She's doing great in that car.
Kylie Eath. All right, here we go.
Kylie
I think
Eath.
that's 2 top 3s in a row for her too. By the way,
She ran good at Magic Valley too. And Natalie Waters had a problem.
Yeah,
the Nat attack.
Nat
Pro
attack.
Force. We're in action. Three-time Pro 4 champion at RMR, Kevin Winters took the win. Donovan, you know these guys, Justin Carson and Courtney Green.
Yep.
Who? Never heard of her.
The front-wheel drive
I know who they are.
Front-wheel drive mini stocks.
That's your top three there.
Let's talk about sprint cars, damn it. What? Oh, we got street. We had their street stocks or super stocks.
We had super stocks.
Yeah, my buddy Tim Powell.
Tim Farner.
Those 2 cars were fast. Those 2 cars have been fast the same all season long. Tim Powell works for us at the Ford store. He's Abe's number 2 guy.
Oh wow!
And a great guy. You know Tim.
I never met Tim.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah,
but he's a hell of a nice guy.
I know Abe, just a little bit.
Abe, by God, Carter probably has a car ready to go. We got to talk about that. I got to get him.
Yeah. Tim Farner ran a couple of Pro Truck Series races last year as well.
And he ran a sprint car, didn't he? Or was that Truscott that ran a sprint car last night? Can't remember. But what happened in the sprint cars?
Yes, Ryan Burdett. Good field of sprint cars, 10 sprint cars. Ryan Burdett took the win. Anthony Quintana and Jeff Bergner, your top 3. Kyle Bergner finished 4th, and Austin Lemher rounded up the top 5.
Oh wow!
Austin ran 5th.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was right there. In fact, he out-qualified the Bergners. So he was right there with them.
Cool.
And that was, I think
good
they
field
missed,
to run with too.
Yeah, I think they missed the second practice session because they were changing the motor out in the 36 car.
Jeez.
So, great job for Austin. Give him the unsung warrior of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. Good deal.
And I want to say, the sprint cars have a big race coming up here before the year's over there.
Yeah, they have the Salt City 100 or whatever it is, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeremy, you're on down there. What do you got? You got the schedule right in front of you. Oh, he had it up.
Oh,
Donovan can't get it up.
It's because he's got the class.
Oh.
that is so not cool, dude.
That is so real.
Outed you.
Yeah, we don't know what goes on in his grandma's basement.
There's
what
rubber
happens in the
sheets
basement
this bed
stays in the basement.
Yeah, it's true. We talked about that. So they do.
Right there.
What is it? Salt City 100?
September 1st.
Yeah, Salt City 100 coming up.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
On Saturday, Labor Day weekend. I will be in Spokane doing my workflow. Yeah.
I've got my ass in the IndyCar race in Portland.
Enjoy. Yeah, I won't.
I'll be here working.
I'm going to be
what I
slaving
do.
away. And his boss is a prick.
Great guy. He
I'll be doing something.
keeps sexually harassing me all the time.
No, he keeps touching you. Donovan's boss keeps touching him just before bedtime.
In his basement.
In the basement,
Well,
yeah.
he's out of peanut butter.
Thought this was a race car show.
Oh, it's funnier when it's not.
All right, so what do we got coming up? We have Eva Destruction happening at Meridian.
What's going on at the Twin?
Well,
Next
but who
We've
else
got,
is there
At
at
the Twin,
we're moving on.
on
Okay.
Saturday, August 4th, we've got super stocks. We got mini stock double main events. We got the street stocks, junior stingers, modifieds, underdogs, and the Super 6 sprint cars coming out.
The ISRL Super 6 sprint cars?
I believe so. It just says Super 6, but
Yeah.
I believe it's ISRL.
Yeah, it's the ISRL series.
They don't even call them the Super 6s anymore. It's the Idaho Sprint and Roadster League.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Super 6, so you
Which-
probably have to change that.
There's so
Eddie,
many,
come on, bro.
so many roadsters out there right now.
Yeah, I know.
Killing me,
We were the RP mods for a long time.
right?
And
So,
then when I finally said, Royal Purple paid a lot of money for us to call themselves
Right.
the Royal Purple Modified Series. Well, yeah, you're right. So we got that changed.
You did? Because I'm August 11th, it says RPM modified.
Well,
Right,
Eddie, if you're listening, you know, mix in some love for somebody else's stuff. Lord.
Right, I mean, you're getting money from sponsors. Might as well give them the love that they're paying
Well,
for.
Adam would call them Todd mods if he could get away
Todd
with it.
mods.
Todd Mod,
Yeah.
coming on deck.
The Todd mods. Here to come. Fuck.
Roll out for the Todd Mod
Gotta
500.
keep people away in droves.
Oh,
with it.
God.
People are staying away in units of measures of thousands of times. I'm drunk.
We can't
Rolling
do
down the
Todd
back
mods.
stretch is a Todd Mod 25s.
No Todd mods.
No, we're not going to ever
No.
call them
No.
All right.
that. So what's running at Meridian other than the Royal Purple Modified Series there, Thunder Donovan?
Well, we got the world famous spectator drags.
Spectacular drags.
Spectacular drags.
We need a new Camaro corner.
Right.
It needs to happen.
Let's see. We got the Big Daddy's Hornets. The Gauntlet is back.
The Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet.
Just when you thought it was safe to get back on the racetrack.
It's Clint Eastwood.
The Gauntlet.
It's the Gauntlet. That was a great movie, by the way.
Oh, the jet dragster is going to be melting down a car again.
Oh, good. As long as it doesn't blow a hose on the front shit like
I
it did.
heard the
That was
first
91.
the
That
first
wasn't that
Royal
one.
Purple mod to crash is going to be the one they burned down. They'll drag it right out there.
Good. So Donovan John said that shit, not me.
So Chad's going to lose his car.
So once you start looking at this, I have legends and claimers.
Hang on. We're dishing Chad right
Sorry, Chad.
now.
Oh Jesus! Let's see.
So-
Royal Purple
sorry,
modified.
Sorry, DJ.
Domino's Legends and the Claimers and the Bombers. It's going to be a busy night of racing at Meridian Speedway.
Art, what's the difference between claimers and bombers?
About $3,000.
Oh, that's true. Because claimers are like Melissa's cars and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
No, well, it's the Achapentes.
Bombers is a 6-cylinder Hornet.
No, the Bombers. They have the Kia van, which is kicking ass out there. They got the big Thunderbirds. They got the Bonneville out there. He's doing really well. The Bombers are basically the old rule Hornets with the bigger wheelbase.
And motors.
No, they don't have a. No, you can. They had the Pinto out there running. So
Why did you get rid of your van? Donovan sold the
Did
blue
you
and
sell
white.
it?
I
green
sold
van.
Rennie.
It sold?
I sold. Yeah, I'm down to one van.
Who
I'm
was
down to
stupid-
one van for
Who
the
was
first
stupid
time.
enough to buy that
What
thing?
sucker
That
bought
was
thing?
so ugly.
A 5-speed conversion. I've never heard of that in my life.
That was a 5-speed Odyssey.
Oh my gosh.
I've
VTEC,
never heard.
yo,
I've
VTEC.
never heard
Wow.
of a van going from an automatic to a clutch. How do you do that?
Well,
How do you put a clutch in something? I mean, the pedals. I'm talking about the mechanisms and shit.
well, that was out of an Integra.
Oh my God. Did
the-
you build this thing?
No, a buddy of mine made it.
Did it run?
I smoked the tires for a second, third.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I sold it now.
Yeah, of course you did. Never seen it, never happened.
It was the pace car for a Royal Purple race. Come on, man.
That was a Intermountain Outlaw race.
In around now, yeah, that's right. That's back when we can do cool things.
I thought it was the orange one.
No,
The big
both
van.
were. Yeah, Millie was the
Yeah,
pace van
Millie.
too,
The one that Abe ran my car into.
right?
Hey,
Dude, I
was
paid
Abe's car at the time.
$100 to donut the van.
Yeah, he donated it.
Give it a good one.
that's
yeah.
funny. Donovan actually
I
had
just-
people run into the pace car. He paid people to run into the
I
pace car.
did.
I
Well,
wrote-
I offered it all year long. Nobody did it until the last race. Abe Carter qualified about the slowest he'd ever qualified in his life. He's starting the pole. So he goes up there and he freaking donuts the van. It does something. It sets the rear run better.
Yeah.
That man took off like a bat out of hell. We didn't finish, third for the night?
Yeah.
Good Lord. He's like, the car hooked up. You gave Millie a kiss.
I rode in the back of Millie in a lawn chair all the way to Twin Falls.
Hauling that
Oh,
huge boat of that
Oh,
trailer you had.
gosh. Yeah.
God, the thing is dropped.
Me and
up-
Bubba. In the back of that van.
The thing sat like a quarter inch over the belt housing, and you guys are sitting on top of that, just bam.
Yeah,
Bam,
it was rough. We never took that again.
That's what happens when you flip an axle on a 3,500 van.
God.
I miss her.
Oh, the tales of Donovan Johns.
Yeah. He misses that van like he misses his piano warts. Next. It's just getting even today. It's getting even. This is Kyle Busch one. I'm in a bad mood.
Right. All right. What else we got?
Bad move for the rest of the year then, the way he's running.
So DJ, when do you actually get out of the prison state there? and come back to a state where you can actually have straws.
As crazy as it sounds, we're actually due to hit the road tonight, so we're doing some overnight driving. We have to be back next week, or else Linda and I are going to be out of jobs. So,
thank you. Beer Winch brings us beer. Nice.
So I will be back in the studio with you guys next Sunday. No fans or bus.
Yay!
Nice. Hey, question for you: have you been into like a McDonald's or a Wendy's or something and tried to drink something? How do they give you their soda pop?
How does that work now? Like for the drive-through.
Just normal, like anybody else.
I thought like all straws were illegal now. Plastic straw. Oh, so now they can use paper straws, and that's okay.
Yeah, this is normal. Like what are we hitting on here?
Well, the straws are outlawed. It's a big deal.
Right. It's all over Facebook.
So
it's got to be real.
In California right now, I want to give us the 411. What's going on?
He doesn't.
They're still using straws here in California. So.
Oh, you're breaking the damn law. I want you to go into In-N-Out tomorrow, or on your way home tonight. I want you to go into In-N-Out, and I want you to ask for a straw and see what they give you, and then you need to post it to Facebook so that we can put it on Facebook on Turn5.Live.
Right.
Because I need to know.
Okay.
Inquiring minds need to know this. I hear Linda.
My wife just informed me that straws are offered, but bags, like Walmart bags, you have to pay for down here in California. Shopping bags.
The fuck?
Pay for a shopping bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can defecate in the middle of the street and not get arrested.
Break California off.
Hey,
you can bust into the city illegally and do heroin and nobody will throw you in prison. But damn it, you suck one drink down with a fucking straw, you're going to hell, boy. We'll put you on the pokey.
All right, then.
Stuck on this.
Apparently you can't.
You don't owe the clap for that one.
Oh, man. I got to tell you what, real quick, huge shout out to our sponsors tonight for the Lenny Lugel's Summer Shandy, the Impact Motors.
Impact Motors, new sponsor tonight for the show because they brought us a 12-pack.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that a 12-pack?
That's a 12-pack.
Oh, I've been limiting myself. Yeah. It was only a 6.
Well, get out of the gas station.
Right?
Go to Albertsons.
Yeah, Thunder Penis. But so also our other sponsors that we have for the show, who are probably dropping us by now, are the Flores Group, Tony Flores, Sarah Flores, and the group over at the Flores Group with Keller Williams, fantastic sponsor of the show. AC to Z Mechanical, our buddy Mark Newman, sponsoring the show up there.
And for the last couple of shows here, we do have Lazy Days RVs, who they are going to be sadly closing up shop at the end of the month.
Sadly, if you want to rent something, you better hurry up because the end of the month's in 2 days.
Yeah. Well, end of August. I'm sorry.
Oh, the end of August.
End of August. End of
the season.
I'm looking at all the calendars are August. So yeah, so they're closing up shop, getting out of the RV rental business. That said, they have some RVs for sale.
We do take consignments.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect. There's a setup
right there.
And we sell shit.
Yeah, you sell the shit out of shit.
And you can get it financed.
Right.
And I might live in it. For a little bit.
I'm not saying anything right now, but there's something I wish I could say. No.
So yeah, that all said, this was fun. It's fun having you in.
Have other sponsors?
Oh, that's right. FVPparts.com. Check them out. I tried. You're going to take home stuff for
Lion Tamer Beard Care
and for from the giveaway last week for Kyle and Cody. I'm thinking Cody.
They should both be disqualified from that contest, by the way, because that was an easy question for them to answer.
Right, I know.
Well, find a hard one. Well, I stump myself every week.
Find a hard one.
He stumps himself every
Find
week.
a hard one.
He wants to find a hard one because he stumps himself at least once every week.
Straws are illegal, so how's he gonna...
Don't have to go very far to find a hard one.
Yeah, that just killed everything right there, man.
Yep.
So also our sponsors, Lion Tamer Beard Care, Charmaine's Lip Balm,
yep.
and
KBY. KYB Express Lube. When you need to slide hard into the bowl.
M&M peanut flavor.
Oh, God.
Skittles.
Melts in your mouth.
Skittles flavor.
We are so going to hell.
I think Todd is drunk.
Not yet, but I'm working on it. Also, who else do we have for sponsors? We have the Royal Purple Modified Series, Royal Purple, and our friends at Royal Purple. have been great to us. We're hearing some good things coming for next year, so it's possible.
And
some more good stuff. So Neil, my arm got tired because I have a pinched nerve in my neck. So Neil's holding the phone up now.
Cheers, story, Todd.
Cheers, story.
Fuck you up too. I got to fuck him up, and then I'm fucking you up right after the show. But
I'll wear him out for you. It'll be gentle for you.
Yeah. This old fat body.
This is a weekly thing. His recovery time is like.
We have 5 minutes of show left.
3 years.
Give us some show fodder.
We
didn't do any trivia questions.
We don't have a time frame for the show. Let's talk about Kyle Busch. Yeah, Kyle Busch. Show fodder.
Let's eat our own shit. I'd rather eat my own shit.
All right. So,
tell us how you really feel about Kyle Busch, Todd.
No, so one of the things that I've been looking at and having some fun with, and this is something that's going to be marinating in the back of my mind probably for the rest of this off season. Doug Woods and I have been talking about it here and there. Is the mini mods that they run over in Twin?
They'll sell you those. There's 4 of them.
Oh, I know. He's got a $3,000 claimer on him.
What?
That's he's got 4 rules for the whole series. Tire rule, chassis rule, 4-cylinder, any 4-cylinder. And it's $3,000 for the car, so anybody can walk over there and grab one. And I think that's just fucking cool. So I've been doing a lot of research on looking at them and to figure out why it's Chevy love as a rule. When I think if you open up for any of the '80s pickup trucks, the S10s are plentiful. The
Toyota, hard body.
Yeah, the hard body, totally. That's what I was just talking about today. The Toyota, you have the Ranger.
Toyotas are all still running.
Well, that's the problem.
And you can't buy one for $3,000.
Well, no, I mean, so you got to pick up the truck and then you got to turn it into a mod, but leave the fucker straight. Take the body off, strap on a roll cage and a seat, and go racing with them. And you can be able to build one of those for about $3,000, $3,500. Take the rule out to allow safety to stay with the owner. Make it a class price, and then run your late model takeoffs. Boom. Series.
That'd be great. We just got too many damn classes now. Let's eliminate 3 or 4 of the Hornet classes. And we can do some of that.
No, I'm sorry. So you want controversy? Let's go controversy. I'll spend a whole another hour on this shit.
Oh, Pocatello?
No, fucking Hornets. They're cars that we run. Cars that we race, not race cars. Take the fucking. Now we have 2 Hoosiers on those fuckers? Seriously? They took away the Falcons.
But they did away with the Falcons.
Right. But now we're putting two Hoosiers on them. On cars that we race. That's the dumbest fucking thing you ever think of.
You know,
right. I mean, they're mini stocks. Just put 2 more Hoosiers on them and fucking go racing. Stop this bullshit.
Well, Paul did. James Paul did.
Dude,
Prelude.
And you know, the 8 to 10 fucking Hornets we have now. So, I mean, you're not going to affect the class too much. And 4 of them owned by the same guy. Well, half of the field are owned by 2 guys. When you break it down. So anyway.
I don't know enough about Hornets to comment, but I'm listening to what you're saying. And I don't know why they would have Hoosier on the right front. I get and a race wheel because they were having problems with them braking way back in the future stock days. That's why we had that. And so if we had a race wheel, what did you have to put on it? You had to put a stock tire on it back in the day, and the stock tire was bad on that wheel. Mm-hmm. So they went with a race tire on a race wheel, mostly for safety on the right front, so they weren't flying up in the stands.
You slow them down a little bit more then. Don't make them faster.
Well, let's put
they're cars that we race, not race car. You put a race wheel on the car, it's no longer a car that we race. You don't want them braking, slow them the fuck down.
Might help for the water or something. I mean, maybe there's something I'm not thinking of there. I'm not trying to be devil's advocate.
No, I get it. I play this. I play them back and forth all the time, trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. And you can't build a Hornet today for less than $750, which is the claimer on those things. Which and so they stopped claiming them. So then now you stop claiming them. Now people are cheating the hell out of them. Now they're bidding stocks anyway because they're all 16.0s, 16.1s.
Oh, they're flying.
Yeah, and you know you're not allowed the safety. Right. So put the safety in them if they're gonna break 18-second laps.
It's not the Hornets that I'm worried about. Them junior Stingers are flying.
Oh my god, they scare me.
I love those kids are light for one, and then those
parents and they're malleable. They'll be all right.
Get Manny one then.
Hell no, and that's why I won't, and I won't. I never encourage anyone to run the junior Stingers or high school tuners for the pure fact that their bodies are still growing and those cars are way too fucking fast for the safety equipment that they're allowed.
Well, safety equipment, you got to do your own. I mean, it's.
But he doesn't allow. You want a 4-point cage, and you can't put a full Kirky in there. You can't put a La Jolla in there. You can't afford the
So
LaJoy.
he's literally
LaJoy.
fucking
His name was
LaJoy.
Randy LaJoy. He was a
LaJoy,
NASCAR
La-
racer. It's not La Hoy. Fucking Californian.
Frenchie.
Is that what he said? He said La Jolla?
He said La Hoy. See,
Ahoy.
Seriously?
yes.
He's a rookie.
Whatever.
Oh man, that's funny.
I saw him at PRI or at the PRI this year. I'll tell him you called him Randy La Hoy.
Yeah.
I'm cool
I
with
know
that.
Randy from when I lived back in North Carolina too. That's funny.
Anyway, so that so things I think about all the time, especially in those Hornets. It's a novelty class where they want people to make it inexpensive to come racing, but they don't force racing rules. A novelty class shouldn't be rookies. A novelty class should be experienced racers. It should be Worf. It should be Latham. It should be the people who know how to drive to go put on a novelty show. It shouldn't be someone who, I don't know, I think I want to go racing. I'll play $1,000 car. That's not the class for you.
Nope.
That's a mini stock.
Jeremy's asking what's wrong with the Falcon tires. Fact is they're expensive. They're a Z-rated tire. A lot of them are, and they're about $170 a piece.
No. The discount sells them way cheap.
What?
They're cheaper than a mini stock tire, and they're grippy as hell, and they'll last for a long time. The problem is that they're almost as good as a Hoosier, and so
Cars are going too fast.
Yeah, they're going too fast with them on there.
Okay, well they're going too fast.
And they're no longer a Z-rated tire because the tire manufacturers do not enforce what they code them as. And so for the SCCA, which you can't run certain tires, they recoded them as a 220 or whatever to make them legal for SCCA, which then made them legal for the Hornets. And that was a handful of years ago. So now all of a sudden they're allowed to run because it needs to be a DOT approved tire, needs to be a certain rating. And then it's the exact same tire. They just recoded it for the SCCA Nationals, which made it legal for the Hornets. And that's when all that shit
sounds like
downhill.
somebody's doing too much work for a freaking Hornet.
Right?
That's the thing.
Well,
Wow.
the rumor I've heard the last few years, and this is just a rumor, that they were trying to slow the Hornets down from 16 seconds back, bring them back into the 18-second bracket. So.
Oh yeah, and that whole what was that crap they put on?
The
Breakout rule.
Yeah.
Oh, that's as good as a segment rule.
Yeah.
Worse.
I mean, yeah.
So just get rid of the Falcons, get rid of the Hoosiers, put some junk freaking tires on them.
My solution to all of that is to every race day line up all the cars before qualifying, jack them all up, take all your tires off, pill draw for tires.
Well, they all are different wheels, bro.
But
Different wheel patterns.
you've got
and
really
shit.
2 to 3 different wheel patterns.
No, you got offsets and two. You got all kinds of shit.
Minimal, but compared to what's on there. But if you're pill drawn for rubbers,
what you'll see is somebody load up and go home because they didn't get a good set.
exactly. Don't bring good sets out. If I buy $500 for the tire and that goes away to freaking Latham and I get his junkyard tires, I'm not going to buy $500 tires anymore.
I've done similar. I had a RC car class that I raced in up in Seattle, and you had to buy a battery and you had to buy a motor to join the club.
I've seen those.
And you put them in, you pill draw out of it was a Crown Royal bag. You pill draw a poker chip out, which was that you run that motor tonight. And you did another chip for a battery and you pulled out, that was your battery for the night. And so everybody got, they're all the same motor and same battery, but you had luck of the draw if you got a good motor or bad motor because there were no consistency in the branding.
Let me ask you this. Was that a novelty RC car that you raced, or was that a race car?
It was a toy.
But was it to race, or was it to go have fun with?
To have fun with.
I don't know. Wasn't you racing?
We were racing, having fun, but nobody gave a shit.
There
was also a serious class where they had everything pushed and brushed and bearings and shit that
That's just my rub with novelty racing. If it's going to be a novelty, make it a novelty. Don't put a rookie in there.
The facts are the Hornets are there for the promoter to put on a show for fans that want to see wrecks like that.
I wholly agree. I don't think a rookie should be allowed to run it. I think only experienced drivers should run it in the novelty classes.
Powers was a champion 2 years in a row in that class.
I know. He's awesome.
And Rob's running Talladega and shit.
I know.
And to me, I love Rob's one of my best friends in the world.
No.
But it was still wrong.
I'm just saying that the mentality on the most for entry level for drivers is wrong. It should be only experienced drivers running it. Shouldn't be any rookies driving it. People who have no racing experience, and they need to take the tires off of them. Make them slow and make them hit the wall. If they're slow enough, they're not going to hurt the wall anyway. You broke a hub, woohoo! Go buy another car.
It's the tire going up in stands is what the issue was.
I got the biggest fences.
No, you were there.
Put a tether on it.
Yeah, I know that you haven't been at Meridian Speedway when we've had tires in the stands.
No, I've had tires in the stands.
Well, we lost
Mobile.
two
I've had tires in the
people.
stands
We lost
in
two people in turn 3. We killed them. with a car going in the stands. In my lifetime.
No, I mean, I get it. I read about it. I see it all the time. That's the part you go back and forth on, and that's where the mentality of race tires versus or another solution versus what are you building versus are you gonna put a claimer together that's reasonable for anybody to claim with, or is it going to be only a track claim? Why are the rules set up the way they are, and why are the cars doing what they are? And that's what I keep looking at.
Sam chimed in. Sam Newcomer talking about the Hornet issue. It should be a beginning, intermediate, high-end 4-cylinder classes, and beginning, intermediate, and high-end V8, and then a special class. Simple, done. They should have to come through the ranks. We spoke of that last week with Telford, 2 weeks ago with Telford.
Oh gosh, yeah.
There should be a feeder series for every class.
Right.
The Pro 4s finally had a feeder series in the mini stocks when the mini stocks were built. Because mini stocks were future stocks involved into mini stocks. Yep. And he firmly believed that the modifieds at Meridian or Twin Falls or Rocky Mountain Raceways should be a feeder series into the Royal Purple Modified Series. And all should be probably on a 602, a claimed engine. And we should have some actual claiming going on.
Oh, always. Claiming should always happen.
Should be going on.
Amongst the drivers, not the tracks.
Your opinion.
I go higher. Anybody who has a ticket for that night can claim. If I'm sitting my ass in the stands and I hear that I can claim that motor for $3,500,
you're not a competitor, and all of a sudden those motors aren't available. The IMCA rule that we used to have was great. You'd see the cars that finished on the lead lap, the top 3 pull up the start finish line. If you chose to claim, you were on the lead lap. You pull behind that car, you claimed it right there at the start finish line.
Though I'd never seen that happen.
Garvin Ackerland.
Yeah.
In the 80s, we saw it in Roseville.
Yeah.
That was
up and take their motor.
Happened not regularly, but multiple times per year. They would somebody taking it.
It was $3,000 and $50 for the tow truck driver to pull it, so $3,050 to pull an engine.
Yeah, that's the shit I grew up with.
And IMCA is not doing something wrong. I mean, the Deereys back in Nebraska and Iowa and so forth, they get 350 cars a night at the IMCA races. Yeah. So they're doing something right, and those population bases are very similar to what we have here. So there's some theories to that makes sense. But you kind of have to start that from the ground up. It's kind of hard to take a current class and say, okay, we're going to do this. And, I've said it here before, and I'll say it again. If I was starting a class all completely over again, the Royal Purple Modified Series, if I had to start from scratch, would be on a 604 and the 970 Hooter.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
all day, every day.
Sealed 604 with a 600, whatever carburetor you wanted. Because, different theories and so forth. And I'd probably do a gear roll per track. And we'd have cars running side by side. They're open wheel cars side by side, but the guys would have to be clean as hell.
Yeah, it'd make the driver shine.
Which I think they do anyway. But, I mean, the cars would be closer. I mean, really, we run a 75-lap race, and the reason that we do that on purpose is so that our fast cars can take their time getting by the slow cars.
You can take the time to breathe and to think it through.
The average time that our winner of our races takes the lead, in reality, is within 20 laps.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, you're about between lap 18, lap 22 is where you see that leader, if not in the lead, within striking distance of it.
And at that point, really, our battles go on from 2nd to 6th in our series. And we do the longer races on purpose so the guys can take their time. We also invert cars. I believe that fans want to see fast cars passing slower cars. Yeah. They don't want to see what we had today in Formula One, right? Which is Lewis Hamilton taking off and being gone. And everybody going, isn't this a great race? This was a great spectacle. I went and saw a Formula One race.
That's a 2.5 mile track versus a quarter mile track. I mean, if you had 15 cars start straight up, within 5 laps, you're still passing cars.
The best class, period, on road course racing today is the
GT3.
The Australian touring cars, or the German, or the Deutschland, whatever they are, Deutschland cars or whatever they're called, where they have the sedans and they're running side by side, look like NASCAR on. Those cars.
The V8 supercars in Australia, that's where NASCAR should have went.
Yes.
Every day, all day.
Yes. And
NASCAR missed the fucking boat.
What do you got to say about that, Deej?
If you look at all the professional series today, like you mentioned Formula One, there's IndyCar, NASCAR. They go through a qualifying session, and then fast guys are at the front, slow guys in the back. To me, like look at Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch today. Those guys started at the back of the pack because they had post-qualifying penalties. So they had to start at the back of the pack. Kevin Harvick went from pretty much last, got the lead right at the beginning of stage 2. So that was about 35 laps or whatever. He got the lead.
What's a stage?
Right, that's just dumb.
It's
Competition yellows.
Yeah, competition yellows built in to help him. I mean, NASCAR.
I mean, it cracks me up with NASCAR. These 400-mile races, 500-mile races.
Doesn't need to happen.
Pass guys, these guys in the back, 500 miles. They're gonna make their way to the front before the 100-mile mark. It cracks me up. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not a disadvantage to the. It's not so much of a disadvantage to the fast guys in NASCAR when they start those guys in the back. But because they got 3 hours, 500 miles, 400 miles to get to the front, and they do it each and every time.
Yep.
But
all right.
No, the Saturday night short tracks that you guys have been talking about, even tracks I grew up back east, they would invert the top 20 in points at every main event. And you want to see some action? Oh boy, that was awesome watching that.
We're doing community phone over here.
my arms get tired. I got a pinched nerve in my neck. I can't hold my arms above my waist very long. They hurt.
Yeah. No, I agree. There's got to be a solution, especially at NAPCAR, to make it better.
Put them on dirt, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every Friday night we should have the World of Outlaws on at 7 o'clock until 11 o'clock. Do the qualifying races, heat races, mains, whatever they got to do. And put on every Friday night a different racetrack, have the same announcers, the same team.
Yep,
somebody like Benny Parsons, like back in the day. I mean, he's dead, but you know what I'm talking about that group of dudes that went to every racetrack. So I can't believe where we're at this week. This track here, last week we were at a 3/4 mile low bank. Tonight we're at a 1/4 mile by the river, getting it done. Right. You know, on a Friday night, and that way it doesn't take away from your Saturday night racing. I don't care about high school football or college. I don't care about that in the fall. But if they did that with World of Outlaws or Tony Stewart series, the USA or Sprint or whatever, All Stars, if they did that and they picked it up on Fox Sports 1 or something, I mean, look what's happened in the wintertime with the Supercross series. That's very highly rated. Because there's nothing else going on but in motorsports, really. But that Supercross series, the Monster Energy series, has got great ratings, and I can't wait to watch it. I tape it because it takes so long to re-prep the track that we get rid of that stuff and I cut through it. But every Saturday night I'm up till 1 o'clock in the morning in the wintertime watching the stadiums, watching the stadium Supercross.
They're so freaking cool.
They're great. Other than Roxon got hurt twice this year.
What's the other series they're running? The indoor. They have the wild and crazy tracks now.
Arena Cross.
Yeah, Arena Cross. Holy shit. You watched that yet?
Yeah.
That just blows my mind. That's so freaking cool.
Yeah, Arena Cross is like the sub-series to the Monster Energy series.
Yeah.
Monster Energy is the top. That's the old Campbell GT.
I like the other guys.
The old, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a sub-series, though. It's the guys who want to get there. So
I also
that's
like
good, too.
AAA ball, too. I mean, better than pro.
Yep. So
anyway, I think that's about all we got. I think now we're just beating horses that need to be on a whole nother show. And,
I'm falling asleep.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
Glassy eye over here.
Todd?
I'm good. It looks like we're all done here from Donovan's grandmother's basement. I want to appreciate Neil Latham for coming in tonight, DJ Everett for being on the phone. Over here, Jeremiah Steeman has been our beer bitch. Appreciate him very much. Appreciate all you guys listening. I know that we got the same 14 listeners. Next week, we're going to have a great show coming up because we're going to have Eva Destruction that just happened, the Royal Purple Modified Series.
We're going to be sitting here holding our heads the whole show. Like,
yeah, because I usually get drunk at Meridian. And we're going to have a lot of – so I'll be a hangover. But do me a favor. The 14 of you, the 15, the 27 of you.
Subscribe, hit the bell
for
notifications.
Hit the bell.
Share it to your friends.
Share it to your friends. Get everybody watching next week.
Today. I gained you 4 listeners today from last week.
That's awesome.
He had never even liked the damn show.
I just got a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, DJ. Sorry about that. You bet.
Miss Nikki, whoever that is, thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Nikki 416.
Nice.
DJ, is it your birthday?
Tuesday.
Oh, we'll get you a stripper.
And I'll be the non-dimensional.
Oh god.
Todd, it's official. Todd has had too much. I was thinking of getting Chad to do it, but
just got brighter in here.
What?
Because your white belly was reflecting off the lights.
I hate you.
All right. Well, DJ, thank you for hanging in there. Sorry earlier about having all the technical issues.
Guarantee I'll be back next Sunday, though.
Yep, be in here because we suck without you.
Yeah.
But anyway, from all of us here at Turn5.Live, share it out. Get some folks listening to this. This is a lot of fun for us. And if you enjoy the show, to keep this going, we need to build it a little bit. So we also are looking for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, it costs about $100 a month to sponsor the show. We're going to start having the software work where it can actually put up the ads and have banners and streaming and stuff.
I found an issue today, so we're working on it.
Well, you turned the show off, so now we're done.
I did not.
Show is off. Show is back on. So from all of us, thank you very much. We'll see you next week and see you at the races.
Live long and prosper.
Now I'm turning the show off. Hold on. I clicked the wrong button.
Let's get that shit fixed.
Hold on. We're still on
Every
there.
week.